You just hit that guy.
Okay.
All right. You're talking. You're live, by the way.
Okay.
All right.
Hi, everybody. We are going to go into the dashboard. Curtis has volunteered to do this part of it because he has already built his course inside India Press. And we want to show you what that looks like a little bit. And so we're screen recording this, and he's going to log into his Artist Hub login.
Hi, everybody.
Uh-oh. He's not a robot, so he better check that and click on the motorcycles. Part of this security is to keep bots limited into the site and to make sure that there are safety features because people are putting money information in here, and I'm trying to be certain that every single thing that we have in here is secure. Okay, next he will go up to the dashboard, and he clicks on dashboard up there at the top of the bar. And now Curtis is in his dashboard, which indicates where you can, it has his information. If you scroll back down, honey, go to the top. So this is where students will be able to rate your courses. This is where you add a new course. This is where you set up your profile. He is only 75% complete. Because he has not set up his last name, which is fine, you don't have to do that. But he has not set up his withdraw method. And in order to do that, you would just go into settings.
I didn't know I needed to do that.
But you don't need to do that because you work for me. No.
It's true. It's very true.
This is his dashboard setting profile where he's got here our podcast that we're doing. He's teaching podcasting. And he's got one of his funky artsy fartsy from when he was doing his MFA in media arts. And it's got all of his name and his information, his bio. Publicly, he's shown as Curtis. You can upload a signature if you're going to offer certificates to your students when they complete. You can do your personal website. He has a GitHub, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. You can update your profile with all of that information. And this is here where you can do your profile. If you enroll in courses, this is what students will see to enroll in courses. Students can also offer, as can you, a wish list of what you would like to see for courses. There are quizzes in this as well. And then you can also have a purchase. There will be a purchase history of what you've purchased. As an instructor, we go down here. You've got your instructor, my courses, the ones you're teaching, announcements that you might have to your students. This would be your earnings, which are calculated as people purchase the courses. This is withdrawals from the class, which in our terms and services is nobody can withdraw 48 hours prior to course start. We understand and recognize that people have emergencies, things that come up. But once you're 48 hours up to taking the course, nobody can withdraw after that time. They would have to go through me for special circumstances. And it's important that people commit to themselves too. And then you've got here quiz attempts that the students have taken, questions and answers with the students and the students' assignments. And then there's different settings and a log out. In order to set a withdrawal method, and I'm trying to think, here we go, withdraw. So this is where you would put in your bank information and you do a request for a withdrawal, whether you want to do it a bank transfer, an e-check. I actually can't remove this, but please do not do this because it means a paper check and I'm not going to be doing those. Or PayPal. You can use any one of these things. And with India Press, you can request your withdrawal from, what are you doing?
I was seeing if I could X out of it.
Okay. You can request your withdrawal 1 week prior to your course end. That gives me a week to get on the back end of the website and to pay you for your teaching of the course. And it will probably take within 5 days before all of that will process and go through. As you go to set up your withdraw, I think, do you click on that? Yeah. And then you put
look at that.
Your account name, your account number, your bank name, an IBAN number, and a BIC or SWIFT number. I do have information that as you go in there to do that, how to get those numbers for an automatic bank transfer. However, if you do have a PayPal account, it's the same deal. We'll uncheck that. Well, I guess we'll just check that.
There you go.
And all you do is your PayPal email address and save your withdraw account through your PayPal account. So it's pretty simple for the most part. If we go back to the dashboard, then we are going to go look inside Curtis's podcasting course. And as you can see here, on the dashboard, after you've done everything, you can see your class, Intro to Podcasting. As you teach more courses with India Press, and I hope you do, not required to, but if you want to, you'll learn what your most popular courses are and what ones maybe you'll want to teach again in the future. All of your information will stay in our learning management system until you decide you no longer want to teach with India Press anymore and you want to take that information out and maybe go take it out somewhere else. Maybe you want to teach on another online platform or you want to go out to the community. This information is in here until you say, okay, I'm done, let's pull it out. It is owned by the instructor. It's very important that you know that. This will issue your total earnings as students enroll, how many courses you're teaching, how many students you have, how many enrolled courses you have, how many active courses, and how many completed courses have been done. So it's very user-friendly in that way. You'll be able to gather any information you might need directly from the dashboard. Now I'm going to have Curtis go into his course.
All right.
So he's going down to My Courses in the Instructor and click on that. And in there is his course, Intro to Podcasting. And there's the the amount he put in there. He can view the course, what it looks like on the website. He can edit the course, or he can delete or duplicate the course. He's giving the duration and how many students he has. So Curtis, go ahead and go on in to edit the course. And this, of course, is a course that he has already set up. And I will go through how to set up a course with you in the next video. So there is all his information. He has his title. He has a welcome paragraph. And then down below, he's listed the maximum number of students that he wants to have in the course, what difficulty level, right? And then on the left-hand side, there's general information, content drip, and buddy press groups. So if he clicks on content drip, this will allow him to keep the course content locked or unlocked, and when the content will be available to the students. This is very important in that before students purchase the course, you want to make sure they do not have access to all of the information inside the course. The Buddy Press groups, if he clicks on that, he has added Introduction to Podcasting as a Buddy Press group. And this is out of the Indie Artist Hub forum, where his class, Introduction to Podcasting, could have conversations in the Buddy Press group forum system. So that is how that works through the course. And as you go to sign up, and I will show you, there will be places where you will click that will connect this Buddy Press group and forum specifically to your course. So you see in the course categories, choose a category. He chose courses and workshops.
It prompted me to do that too,
it did.
So don't worry about looking for that.
No, and there's very limited things in there. I think I have services, contests, courses, and workshops right now. I may add webinar and conference depending upon what we do, but you collect you click on the ones that your class applies to. Most classes will be courses. Some classes have workshop elements to it. If it has both, please choose both. And then you just scroll down. And notice there's course upload tips here on the right-hand side. It will just kind of guide you at what the size of a thumbnail you can use for your images, your video selection controls. Course builder is where you create and organize your course. Topics in the course builder section to create lessons, quizzes, and assignments. And now all of you are going to do that since these are creative courses. Are you going to do a quiz or a test?
Excuse me. Your question made me nervous.
Apparently.
I hadn't decided yet. I guess I will. I'll probably let the class dictate that a little bit if they feel it would be helpful. I mean, I'm not going to give them an A to F.
Oh, heavens no.
You know, if they want me to create a review quiz that would help them, I'd probably do that.
Yeah. So we'll do, when he does maybe do a test or an assignment type thing, we will show you what that looks like in another video. For those who want to reference that. There's prerequisite refers to the fundamental courses to complete before taking this particular course. You may decide that you want to teach a series of courses where it's beginning, intermediate, and advanced. And this is where you, on your advanced courses, you make sure that the people take the prerequisites before they're in your other course, or you have some kind of system where you know where they're at with their skills. And then there's information from the additional data section shows up on the course single page, because there will be a course when they click to, they can click on your JPEG or on a JPEG to get to the course information, what it's about, and all of that stuff will show up in there so they can decide whether or not they want to purchase your course. He picked a thumbnail and then a course price. So let's go up to the course price. You decide the course price, and we've already gone through this. I don't let anybody in the back end of the dashboard until I receive a course proposal from you. As you all know by now, we have 2 rubrics based on the courses that are being taught, whether they're drip content with minimal attention from the instructor or light attention, I should say. And then there is a professional rubric where the instructor it's more intensive, and you're just offering higher, more difficult techniques and things that you're offering them. And so we go through all of that. And by now, if you're listening to this, you've already been through that process of a course proposal. I do ask that before you add a course, and once you're in the dashboard, before you add a course, just fill out another course proposal and run it by me. I won't tell you no, more than likely.
Yeah.
So then as we go down, there is video, and this has been a huge part of Curtis's building of his course. It might not be if you're a writer. What happened?
No, nothing. You're fine. Keep going.
Uh-oh. Okay.
I thought I deleted it.
Oh, good. I'm glad you didn't. So what he chose was YouTube. And one thing we ask you guys to do, a lot of videos on the website with the heavy learning management system that I have, as well as the hub. We're finding out that the hub is really taking a lot of energy, I guess, from the site. Energy is not the right word. Bandwidth from the site. And so YouTube videos and things like that can weigh it down on the back end. We ask that you build a YouTube channel in your name, and what do they put it on?
You mean in the name?
Is it private or is it?
Oh, I've set mine to private. You've got 3 options. You can do private, unpublished, I believe, and then public.
Public.
Yeah, public's available to everybody. Unpublished is, it doesn't advertise that it's out there, but anybody who has a link can view it. And then private is only people you share the link with. And that's what you'll want to guard your content from just being available for people to go get on YouTube.
Exactly. So if you choose to do tutorial videos of some kind, whether they be, just you talking with your face, or you're showing them some kind of technique, or you're teaching them how to do a specific kind of drawing form or something in a video, please get yourself either a YouTube or a Vimeo. I think Vimeo was an option on there too.
They're both free. You can create an account for free.
Yes. Yeah. So create your own account and upload your videos to there, and then use the link to be able to watch the different things. So now as we go down, this is the course builder, and Curtis has added titles to each one of his sections. For each one, how many weeks do you have there?
Well, I haven't really divided them up into weeks, but I've got, let's say 1, 2, that'd probably be the first week, and then this is really the meat of it.
So you're going to drip your content out to them.
I will.
In the weeks. You're going to decide when those things open up to your students.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can add, like I did most of mine in lesson.
Okay.
But you can set up and build a quiz, or previous quizzes if you've built them and you're teaching again, you can import that. Assignments, same deal. So, yeah. So like this, if I open this guy up.
And this is a tutorial lesson that he built on recording your voice and how to do that in the first assignment, which I'm gathering is a link to your YouTube channel.
It's actually a link to my Google.
Oh, is it really?
So they can upload their WAV files, yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Right.
Okay, so that's another thing.
Google Drive.
Yeah, you might want to have them, if you're teaching photography or film making, you will need to have an upload platform for that. Mm-hmm. And he selected sources and whatnot.
And you could do it with paper, like if you wanted them to all submit their writing, but...
there's also a way to do that inside the hub itself, where you can do upload system if you're having them submitting a piece of writing to you or something like that.
Yeah, let me find one with a link, video.
Okay.
Link, because I think that's kind of what you're looking for. So, yeah, you can, of course, it probably...
Yeah, and what people are going to see, will you, bring that back down again, squish it back up? I can't remember, I don't know the right term.
No, you're fine.
Okay, so you see you see recordings, what is art, what is podcasting, amplifying your voice in the digital age, those things. This is what students will see, or prospective students will see. When they go to click on your image, they'll see what is going to be on the course and inside the course to some degree, but they won't be able to get into those things to look, as long as you do not open it up. They won't be able to get into those things to look and see what is being offered inside the course for content and educational purposes.
So this is really the... load that guy up. So when you're building, it looks like this. So I put a hot link to a website, and if you enable course preview, you update your lesson.
Then people can see that.
Mm-hmm. But the problem is, it's not just you. It's whoever's
everybody
on India Press can
would be able to take a look. So this is the front page of what students will see. You see Curtis has loaded his video in there that talks a little bit about what his class is about. You're welcome to do that and upload one of those videos. Mm-hmm. A welcome to the course. What will I learn? In this class, you're going to learn recording software, your voice in the digital age, editing software, how to start an audio platform, basic story structure. It gives tags. It gives your target audience, beginning podcasters with limited experience in podcasting. And if some of those things you haven't filled out, you might come back one day and see that I might have done it on the back end. Because it's really important for students to know what their takeaways are going to be from these courses that they're going to take from us. And then, as you can see here, you can see the recordings, tutorial recordings of topics for the course.
And these are where the links are.
And they are locked. If you'll notice, if you go over there to that, they're all locked right now. And he has to unlock those for his students that have paid for the course.
Yeah. So let's see.
And you don't have to unlock it one at a time to the students. You can unlock it for the whole class. It's not something that you have to do one person at a time type of thing.
All right. So this is what the students will see. And so we can take a look at the preview, I believe, from here.
Oh, that was the one that you showed us in the back end a minute ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So this is kind of what students look like. And so I put a link.
And there is the origin of podcast history.
So if they want to learn something about it, it doesn't take them away from your site or from your course.
But it gives the etymology. It's a link. You might have a link. You might have, I don't know, maybe
a reading or what?
Yeah, you
whatever.
might have an essay you want somebody to look at, or a technique for watercoloring that you want something to observe, something like that, or read about something. It is perfectly fine to have PDFs, tutorials, links to other places for them to read and to learn from online. And then this is a link to Andy Warhol, and is it about storytelling or is it about art?
It's about anything can be art, and then I put a link to the Tate Museum, and it's a replication of Duchamp's fountain, which is a ready-made, but things that really impacted art that you wouldn't normally consider to be art, kind of helping to defeat imposter syndrome, I guess. I
suppose.
All right, but anyway, the point is, you can link to YouTube, and you can, if you have.
So just like in any classroom, you would show these kind of things, whether you be teaching, grade school, high school, or university, or community college. You might show these kind of videos or certain kind of techniques or something that might not necessarily be your content that you built, but it is content that you're using to teach about something. Just know that you need to be certain that they know that that isn't your content to own, and that it is out in the World Wide Web.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's also important they uncheck that.
Oh yes, please uncheck enable course when you update as you are testing, so that students can't, or prospective students can't access that information. Mm-hmm. Okay, so as he closes that up, is there anything else? And he can always continue to add topics. Mm-hmm. I believe you can move these topics and rearrange them in any way, and all of the content that is in the topic itself will move with it. So say if he wants to going live digital platforms for hosting a show and wants to put that up on top, he can certainly do that. So it's pretty much a drag and drop.
It is,
right?
Yeah,
okay.
A lot of it is. Like if you're gonna, so let's say we add a new topic, topic name, launching the show, like that. Topic summary, this is how you hold a launch. I suppose I don't have to speak out. Okay, add
then
topic.
You just add the topic.
Right? Okay, it's going to create another thing. At the bottom, right? Which, yeah.
And then as he goes, he just moved it up to from the bottom to the top.
That?
Yeah.
Moves around like that.
And then he can add a lesson.
Yep. So you could do a YouTube. This is where you'd put a link to your YouTube or your Vimeo, or an external link to a website.
You can upload an image that might have to do with what you're talking about. Mm-hmm. And then you just select your file in there.
You'll have to delete that out later. So.
That's fine. And there it is.
So yeah, in the back end, it saves all the images that you've got Yeah.
And then you can just hit to use this media. And then it puts in the image. And then say you wanted to add an attachment. So in here, say for example, you have a PDF of the tools you need to have to be an indie author, or special information on brushes for certain kind of different paints, or you have a PDF that, or maybe even a Word document that you want your class to open up and print out or write on when you meet with them on Zoom. This is where you would upload that attachment that they can access and then either print off or utilize that attachment on their computer. And the same deal is once you're done doing all your uploads, you update your lesson. When you're ready for the students to see it, that's where you check Enable Course Preview and update your lesson again.
And where you have to check so you can see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably long enough for a beginning video.
Yeah, I think it is. He's like, Lisa, you're too long-winded.
No. That's not what I meant. It's just...
So that's it. That's a lot of information, but that is basically your course. This is the dashboard, and this is when you're in building a course. And also note that it will always continue to automatically save, but it never hurts to hit that save button.
Mm-hmm. When you're ready to send it to the boss, you submit for review, and she approves it.
And basically what I do is just make sure that there isn't an image or something in there that's weighing down the site. It has nothing to do with what it's got nothing to do with your content, and more to do not to do with your content, but more to do with the content, the digital content part of it, so it doesn't weigh down the course.
We want to link as much as we can. Like if you have a YouTube channel or you have a Google Drive, and you can upload your audio and video and pictures there and just put links in.
That's really important to do.
That'll keep the site running faster.
Absolutely. And that's going to be important because I'm going to be running into that. He is now launching the show. Thanks for... Huh?
Hold on, let's show him real quick.
Okay.
Let's see what it looks like. So we go into lesson, right? Oh, did I already delete that? Maybe I didn't.
I don't know if you
did.
The
feature
you
image.
Did. You already
everything?
Deleted everything.
Oh, man. Okay.
Yeah, it's okay because you didn't update the lesson.
Oh, right. That's right. Make sure and update your lesson or it won't save your stuff.
Yeah. So always update your lesson when you're inside there after you've uploaded your PDF or your Word document or your video, picture, whatever it might be. Yeah. And that's it, I guess, for the first training video.
Woohoo.
Woohoo. Thanks, everybody.